You know, I'm going to take it this time. This episode brought to you by Fancy Lads. You know, we can't all be big, tough sailors, you know. Some of us have dainty hands, and we have to do the jobs that big, strong men can't do. And that means that sometimes, yes, we have to go to special schools where we do special little things, and we have our own special little games. But I don't really see why we have to be bullied for that.
I am sorry.
Hey, everybody, we're watching Cabin Boy, and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I am Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
Dirty sailor. That's what it's all about. Sailors bullying fancy lads in this movie. God damn it.
Bullying fancy lads.
I am a fancy lad. Look how fancy I am.
I think I'm a fancy lad, too. I just faking it.
Yeah, you're undercover. You're undercover as a sailor. But this movie, this is probably the longest movie we've ever done. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, this is pretty much, it's a little bit longer than Ginger Dead Man,
yes,
except for the portion of Ginger Dead Man that is credits that you remove and then realize that the movie is only an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger long. All right, guys, but it's Cabin Boy. We're watching Cabin Boy. This is a fun cult one that...
Good call. I totally forgot about this movie.
Yeah. Well, we were going to get there eventually, but Todd, what movie did you want to do?
The Color Purple.
Yes. Okay.
No, I wanted to do Ready to Rumble.
Yes. And we will do...
Because I was watching a lot of wrestling, and then you asked me to pick a movie, and I was like, Ready to Rumble.
Okay, well, we will do that in the near future. I just didn't have the time to get it ready was the problem.
You know, we would have been able to get David Arquette.
Probably.
Like to be on the show, but now he's in Scream 5, so he's all back in the scene now.
You know, I had that. Who was it? Oh, god damn! There was
Scott Conn.
No, oh, you know, it was Billy. I can't remember who it was now. There was somebody, and I was like, oh man, it would be really cool to maybe try and get an interview with this person, and blah blah blah. I'm going to do this. I'm dying. Hold on. And then they ended up they're like, oh, can't do it. I just signed on to this movie. And then you found out that movie was like Star Wars or something.
Or whatever. Yeah. They're big, you know.
So fuck it, is what I'm saying. But anyways, we got to get to this movie. We got to watch it. And an hour and 20 minutes later, we'll be all done. So let's do it.
I got to get up for Crown Jewel.
Oh yeah, he's got to get up. Well, early by his standards and by mine, because I'm working night shifts right now. So I will be asleep when that happens. But let's press play.
Now, that was literally perfect. You should have done it right there. You're fucked.
Oh, an old touchstone.
Oh,
it's been a long time since I've seen one of these.
Yes, it has. Or is this Top Gun?
Yeah. So let's get you in the mood for this movie to give you a sense of what it's all about right off the bat. So this was written and directed by Adam Resnick. He was a writer for David Letterman. He was
makes sense.
Yeah, he wrote on SNL and the Larry Sanders Show, and he also wrote Death to Smoochie.
Oh my God!
This was the first and only movie he ever got to direct, though. This is it. He did
like this should have been a
TV stuff,
a vehicle that will just propel Chris Elliott to the moon. You know, I was like, this is it. He's going to be the guy. Wasn't he sort of like David Letterman's sidekick for a while?
Chris Elliott was actually on David Letterman back in the late night with David Letterman days, like before the Late Show. And he
kind of like as Andy Richter or something.
Ish, but like the sketches they did, he was always in the sketches.
Right.
Like
so he'd be like the Preparation H. Raymond or like.
Yes. Yeah. And he was, so he worked on them. He worked on the show in that aspect. And then when the Late Show came out, he continued to show up doing characters, but this was after he had already done SNL.
Remember that Paperboy show?
Yes.
Life is good. Life is great.
Yeah.
Life is, it's probably
get a life.
Get a life.
Get a life. So yeah, he appeared on the as Marlon Brando a lot on Letterman. He would show up as like I think like 15, 20 times. He was on Letterman as Marlon Brando for whatever reason. But something I didn't remember about Chris Elliott was that he was in some like pretty serious stuff in the early going. He was in Manhunter and the Abyss.
Yo, produced by Tim Burton.
Yep. Well, this was going to be a Tim Burton directed movie, and then he decided he didn't want to do it. I guess he read the script, but but yeah, initially that was supposed to be like this was supposed to be a full-on Tim Burton movie.
It looks like it could be.
Yeah, it does have a vibe, and there's some things that were just straight up designed by Tim Burton that kind of go that route. But yeah, so anyways, Chris Elliott was in The Abyss, which I totally forgot about. But then later on, so he was, yeah. And then, so yeah, he did SNL. Then he was in The Naked Truth, Scary Movie 2, Osmosis Jones. He had that, was it the Adult Swim show Eagle Heart?
Yeah.
He was in a bunch of episodes of How I Met Your Mother as, what's her face, Allison Hannigan's father. And then most recently, he's been in Schitt's Creek. Which Canadian show, which did huge.
Yes, it did.
I saw somebody arguing with a girl made a female comedian, actually a friend of the show, Michelle Shaughnessy, who's been on. She had said something about just like Canadian comedians not being able to kind of make it unless they leave Canada.
Right.
And they're like, I don't get it. There's so many funny Canadian comedians and stuff. And they're like, yeah. And they all got famous when they went to the States. To LA.
Yep.
Like SCTV was a big deal, but like those guys didn't reach their superstardom until they went to the States, and then everybody went back to SCTV, and oh my God, they all started here.
Yes.
So that's how that kind of happened. But she was just making that point, and then like everybody was just like, whatever. Like Schitt's Creek was one of the biggest shows. I'm like, yeah, one show out of 1 billion does not a point make.
Right.
Oh God. This.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This basically solidified him as you're going to play a character in a movie and you're never going to be the leading man again. Because like
what is Stu like already? I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I've always got to do my community mention. He played like the original like founder of Greendale, who had like locked himself inside like essentially a tomb in the middle of the building where it used to be the old computer class.
Right.
And he built a computer out of all his gold and to help it communicate emotion, and then he fell in love with the computer and then had like a sexual relationship with it, and that's how he lived the rest of his life with his computer. But he was all coked out, and he's like I got like 25 years of cocaine that I brought down with me. He's like, but I used it all up in 5 years.
Is this like a refinement school for boys?
Yes.
And they're all played by men?
Yes. Oh my God, Alfred Molina.
Was that really him?
Look at that is legitimately Alfred Molina. My mind is blown.
I think there's a lot of people in this movie.
There is, but I went through the cast and I didn't see him.
He probably wanted to be uncredited. He's like, don't put my name in there.
Well,
That's fine.
Even David Letterman is uncredited. Well, he's not uncredited in this movie. He comes in as a different name.
Yes.
But it's a name that he used on David Letterman shows, a Hofert or something like that.
Right.
And the reason he did that was because that's like his uncle's name or something, so he uses that as an alias from time to time. It's just like it's a nice little thing that they do. Extraordinary.
How much money? Tell me about the money on this one.
All right. So I don't know. Let's see if I can look up the budget. I didn't find the budget. It made $3.6 million total. But which tells me it made money, because there's no way this cost $3 million to make. Although it was Tim Burton.
Look at all them wigs. Look at all them wigs, man.
But it cost $10 million to make.
This movie.
And it made $3.6 million.
Nice.
It was only out for 2 weeks. It debuted at number 13 behind Mrs. Doubtfire, The Pelican Brief, Grumpy Old Men, Tombstone, The Air Up There, Shadowlands, Sister Act 2, Beethoven's Second, Schindler's List, Wayne's World 2, The Piano, Heaven and Earth, then Cabin Boy. It opened with $1.5 million to give you a little context, Mrs. Doubtfire was number 1 with $11 million. So, and then
Schindler's List must have already been out.
oh, these all have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever you do these lists, I'll always tell you when it's a new movie.
Right.
Yeah, like these, Schindler's List was, if I look down, it was out for...
Did Schindler's List win Best Picture?
I don't think so.
The hell movie beat it?
I don't know. You'll never give me a good explanation. Well, not you, but like people never give me good explanations. Oh, it's right there. Schindler's List. Yeah, it was like number 1 the previous week. I can't tell how many weeks it's been out though. A lot. Like 5 years or something like that by that point.
So wait, he's on his own now because he's pantsed.
Yes.
He's past fancy pants school and now
he's got, well, no, but he's booking passage back home.
Ah.
Is essentially what he's doing. But he thinks he's going to get, I like though, because it feels
It's
so
like never walked anywhere.
like when you, the rabbit, it feels so old timey when he's leaving, and then all of a sudden there's like roads, and you're like, wait a minute, it's like I thought I would see nothing but horse and carriage. He's
Well, he just said, "Welcome to the real world," right? He's been living in some little fantasy world, and
it's an interesting little twist, but I think it wasn't big enough. Oh, the single drop of sweat. Wow, you can really hear the Tim Burton in this with the score and stuff, eh? Like, is this a Danny Elfman score? I don't think so. Home of the Queen Catherine.
I'm sure this guy's the star of a movie.
I know.
This movie.
Well,
did we see this in the theaters? I feel like we did.
I don't recall. I think so.
Yeah,
though.
I think we did.
I think we did. And there's some people, like, there are people I legitimately love, like, forever in this. A lot of really good character actors. Andy Richter's in this, and Andy Richter's one of my favorite human beings.
Andy Richter rules.
And, like, that looks like old or new, what's it called? New Asgard. This where, like, Thor.
Oh, yeah. Thor got all fat.
Yeah.
He turned into a real man.
Mm-hmm. I called it a dad bod.
Fucking right. Well, that's like beyond dad bod. That's like fucking. No. He's got like the Peter Griffin dad bod.
This is beyond dad bod. He's fine.
Beyond redemption.
He still looked like Chris Hemsworth. And that's all that really matters.
I feel like this movie is the type where they had a blast on the set, but the movie turned out to be just this.
Yeah. So here we go. David Letterman, as a favor to his former writer and his former actor, he decided to show up for these guys, and like, God bless him for it. Letterman is a really interesting dude because, like, obviously, like, Letterman is the guy like that Conan and like Kimmel and all those guys looked to for, like, he was their Carson, while Carson was Letterman's Carson, and now Conan is our Carson. Like in that way, right? So he's like that guy, but I remember my mom always had such a problem with him, and it's true what she said about him. It's like he never lets any of the guests talk. He's constantly interrupting them and stuff like that. But sometimes he's having a good interview. Like he'll like legitimately, like he'll have like some Republican person on and then call him out, and he's like, "Are you like
right?"
Who was it? He had like Rush Limbaugh on, and he's like, "Have you ever just like stopped and just said, man, I gotta maybe stop saying all this bullshit." Like he just called him out. He's like, I
just love it because he never let a joke go. Like Dick Assman for like months and months and months. Yeah. I'm just like, or dildo or whatever that place was that he was. I was like, holy fuck.
Well, and there's a lot of repetition. Like, because I mean, we couldn't say any better from Conan and Late Night. Like, how many times did the masturbating bear appear? But like,
yeah, I mean, he was awesome.
You know, but also like a lot of Letterman's jokes weren't even jokes. They're like, how many people can we fit into the Hello Deli? And it's just like people keep walking into the Hello Deli, and then they're like, Rupert, how's it going? He's like, pretty good.
The people here.
Yeah, and then and then they're like, Bud Melman comes out. He's like, holy moly! And then like it was just
Bud Melman, who is the real? I believe he's Hans Moleman.
Yes,
he's got to be the real life version of Hans Moleman.
But who's better, Bud Melman or Oldie Olsen? Do you remember Oldie Olsen from Conan?
Who?
Oldie
Olsen.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Speaking of Conan, this was his first movie. This was his first acting job.
That's amazing.
Man, this is so good. He is so funny. He's the kind of guy, because they've given him a couple of shows. He starred in Andy Barker PI. He starred in Andy Richter Controls the Universe. Both shows.
After he was in.
It was between.
Conan.
It was between Late Night and Tonight Show, but he was so funny in both of them, and it was really good. And just neither of them, like Fox. I don't know. Fox loves to pull the plug on something.
Yes, they do.
Like it was like Arrested Development was arguably at the time the best show on television, and they're like, we can't wait to cancel this thing.
Yeah.
We're like give us an excuse, and then they're like, and then people were going bananas that it might not make it, and they're like, all right.
I dig the set shit.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. I love too when they're on the water and it's like a big set. I love this kind of shit. This is very Tim Burton-esque.
It's also very much built on purpose in the style of old like Dan Harryhausen things. Like a lot of the models and stuff like that had a lot to do with that, and it's supposed to be more evocative of like those old
school,
pirate kind of whatever, right? Like a Jason and the Argonauts or something like that.
Fantasy boat movie.
Yeah.
They're running into monsters and shit.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what sailing is like, right, Todd?
Yep, exactly. This is exactly it.
Now we'll have to determine by the end of this movie which of the sailors is most you. Please don't tell me it's this guy.
It's definitely Fancy Pants there.
Yes. Sweat, no. I like because he thinks
way nicer than the bed I got.
Yeah. I like how it's like he just thinks it's all themed. It's so funny. Andy Richter, so he was also in Scary Movie 2. I'm assuming that's...
Oh my God, this was in the preview.
Oh yeah, I remember that. God, that's funny. Yeah, he was also in Scary Movie 2 with Chris Elliott. He was in Pootie Tang.
Oh God.
Best movie ever. Elf. Andy Barker PI, Andy Richter Controls the Universe, Talladega Nights, Semi-Pro. He's fucking hilarious in Semi-Pro. Then he went on to a lot of voice work, the main of which being in Madagascar.
Who's in Madagascar?
He's...
I never saw any of those movies.
No, he's one of the two lemurs. It's Sacha Baron Cohen and him are the two lemurs. He's the one that's not the king. And then he plays himself and his four other quintuplets in yeah. So he plays himself and his four other quintuplets in Arrested Development.
Is that like their coffee?
Yeah, I guess.
Is that like their dinner?
It looked like it was just straight up chum.
Yeah.
It seems like such a small cast. Like he hasn't
interacted with anybody yet.
He hasn't interacted with more than one person.
Like, is he the only person on this boat? He might be the shipkeeper.
Yes.
Well, the boys are out in town. He's gonna sit there and fucking
man. The other guys are drinking and whoring. What is it?
It's probably the fucking shitter.
Yeah.
Oh, here they come.
So,
oh my God!
So 3 of the most important people: Brian, what's his face? Brian James Gammon, and Brian Doyle Murray. Oh my God! So
what a
funny.
Cast.
These guys, the guys. Brian Doyle Murray. Bill Murray was actually approached for a role in this too.
Oh Lord!
But I can't imagine. I can't imagine why he turned it down.
Wasn't Buddy the coach in Major League?
Yes, James Gammon was the coach in Major League. Was his major thing.
There they go. Off to sea.
Brian James, we remember as the general from The Fifth Element.
Yeah.
As well, he was in Blade Runner, Another 48 Hours. He's in so many things.
Yeah, he's in everything.
And then Brian Doyle Murray is Brian Doyle Murray, and he's in everything. God, they couldn't have picked a better.
See this shot here.
Yeah, well, it's foggy. It was.
Yeah, there you go. That's like sailors.
This is
beer
sailing.
cans everywhere. People pass the fuck out. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me then. If anything, that's me. Everybody's passed out. I'm still drinking. This is totally me.
My body won't let me pass out. I would like to know that you have a Cousteau beanie.
Oh yeah, come on
that you wear everywhere. It looked for a second
some really raging epic morning dumps.
Oh God! Like whatever toilet he uses, if he's using a toilet like on land, it's yeah. But I was gonna say, if he's ever on land and using a toilet, you have to dispose of that toilet when he's done.
Look at this, Lynn.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna make love to this man. Oh, that is a large dude. Because Chris Elliott's not a small guy.
I have literally had that happen to me.
Okay, please tell the story.
Yeah. I must have told you this story. I was living in Toronto with these 2 chicks, and I was like lying in bed, and all of a sudden the door opens, and this literal mountain of him. I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
And this guy is a fucking mountain. And he whips out his dick, and he starts pissing all over my dresser. And I'm screaming bloody murder at him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? And then all of a sudden he finishes peeing, he does his pants up, and then he jumps into bed with me. And just like that, he's got his like arm around me, and I was like, oh my fuck. And I climbed over this. First I was like, ooh, like I hit him. Nothing. And then I climbed out of the bed and walked through and like slept on the couch in the other room.
Minus the peeing.
I was like, I'm going to kill this guy.
Yeah. Oh,
I like stood where the knives were for like 10 minutes being like, should I just kill this guy?
Yeah.
Like, would anybody even care, notice, or give a shit?
Yeah. I'll just crawl back up underneath his arm and be like, oh God, I didn't know you. I thought he was just asleep. I'm wondering if they could have found, I'm trying to think of who that guy could have been to have had like another really super recognizable
Chris Farley.
guy. No, Chris Farley was probably... Oh, no. Yeah, no, that would have been an all right age, yeah. No, but he would have been too young. You need, like, a grizzled...
Oh, I thought you were looking for, like, Nick Nolte.
You know,
in a fat suit.
I want a big fat dude to still be the captain. Whoopsie doodles. I don't even really remember what happens. Like, everything I remember about this movie, other than the cupcake, has happened.
I need dip Willy Pump.
They all sound like they sound like they're related.
Well, you all do. You know, eventually the C gets ya.
Yeah.
Periods all start matching up.
Mm-hmm. There was a guy. He was just on Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Simon Rich is his name. He was the youngest writer ever on SNL, and he also wrote on The Simpsons. And he basically has Conan's exact life.
Right.
Like he was a Harvard Lampoon guy. Like he did all the same shit. But he wrote this book of short stories that I really want to have. They were telling a story. The one story is about pirates finding like a little baby, and the whole book or the whole short story is about them arguing in pirate speak how they're going to like deal with the baby. They're like, oh, we have to get him on a sleep schedule, and like it's just he's like, I read about Ferberizing the baby, like it's just like that. But he has all these different ones, and he has another one where it's like a Kong based thing where all the monsters are gone. They have nothing left for him to fight, so they instead of just sending him off on his way, they give him like a middle management job,
right?
And like he's got tons.
Oh, his fancy boy lad wig.
Yes, and he also did a story. It was like Man Meets Woman or something. It's called, and the very first episode was Jay Baruchel plays a guy who his girlfriend broke up with him. And he finds out, she's going to be at this party, and she's dating this new guy who's an older guy who's rich. She's like, oh, I'm going to see this guy. To find out the old rich guy she's hooked up with is 130-year-old Adolf Hitler. And then to the point where he makes a scene because he's like, you're dating Hitler, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you're ruining this party, and I really think you need to apologize to Adolf. He's like, I'm apologizing to Adolf Hitler? And Bill Hader plays the 130-year-old Adolf Hitler. Yeah. I kissed the go. Okay, we're putting this on.
Kachuka, Stabuka. That means I filled up a girl's ass. Katinka, Kawinka, Kalinka. You know what that means.
No, I don't. No, I did not. Listen, now,
What the fuck?
What?
Who the fuck greenlit this movie?
I don't know.
Like, oh my god.
But can you imagine? So this guy...
I believe that was in the preview as well for the movie.
His main the two things that he can put his name on are this and Death to Smoochie.
That's amazing.
Those are like things like Letterman and Larry Sanders. He was one of many.
I thought Death to Smoochie was fucking awesome.
Death to Smoochie was funny, but but it was just such a bomb.
Like
and
what
stuff
the
like that,
fuck, right?
Oh God. It's funny because he's arguably the person who's doing the least as an actor. He's just standing around, but he's just like, yeah, don't get distracted. What kind of sailors are they? Are they fishermen or are they? Because they're not pirates.
I'm not positive what they're out there doing.
Okay, because I was like, what is their purpose? Are they like
just hit the seas, bud?
Yeah, we just go out until we come back, and hopefully somebody's got some money for us.
That's correct.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah.
Hey, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, well, Halloween has already happened now. We're in mid-November.
Oh God,
you screwed up. Huge.
Oh my God, I only have like a month left of work on one of these filthy boats, and then it's winter.
Oh God, that means we can start to plan for our 24-hour. Oh,
Canon.
The Canon 24-hour. I can't wait to send my family away. I don't have.
So like, we're not gonna have another goddamn right thing, right? Like we're over this now.
What thing?
Another goddamn lockdown or whatever.
Oh, to my knowledge, no.
Okay, good.
Like it would recall like
Lord.
we were able to see like last time that things went semi back to normal, you could see the numbers already going up, and you're like, oh, it's just a matter of time.
Alberta.
Yeah, well, Alberta's a
Holy fuck.
and BC.
Well, they're like the Texas of Canada or whatever. So like, sorry, Texas.
Yeah. No, not sorry, Texas. Texas just made, you did you read what they did? They have a new rule where it's like if you have a book on something, you have to have a book with the opposing view as well. So for the example they gave was if you have the
Bible, you have to have the Satan Bible.
Yeah. No, but the example that the guy gave, like the friggin' like school commissioner or whatever gave, he was like, if you have a book about the Holocaust, you have to have a Holocaust denying book. And he's like, what? And even the girl who was asking a question, he's like, what is the other view of the Holocaust? There isn't one.
Yeah, like
the Holocaust was a fact, not an opinion. So this is
essentially fill your head with a bunch of nonsense at the same time.
Yeah. So what's happening is basically they're saying
is this for real?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look this up.
He's like they're saying that they're basically saying that facts aren't a thing anymore. Everything is an opinion.
Yes. This is the day and age we're living in.
Yep.
This is the fucking day and age.
Yep.
Margaret Atwood is now in trouble because she said, go read this article from somebody from the Toronto Star.
Yeah.
And the only thing it's about is how the word woman is being taken out of things. Because now anybody could have a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the whole thing is like, and then she's like, no, and they're like, you're being transphobic and blah. She's like, no, I'm just saying that like the word woman is being taken away.
Yeah.
What a fucking world we live in.
Yeah.
I like that shot.
Yeah, it's not bad. Although it's clearly like a mini.
Yeah, come on.
So here's an interesting.
Yeah.
So let's say hello, everybody, to Ricky Lake. There she is. Yeah, I don't know why she. I don't know why she agreed to do this because she's like it's such a super small role. But
look.
That looks like like
that.
the Voyage dans la Lune. Oh, this is too loud now. I'm yelling. There we go. That's much better. See, again, this is further to my point. Everything feels so old-timey, and then a microwave shows up. I would almost rather that it was old-timey, and then as a joke, they just threw in a microwave. But instead of reminding me that, no, it's actually the time when microwaves exist. Oh. My sister, because, you're always worried about somebody if they're traveling far or something like that. My sister has just traveled to Austria. She's back by the time this is out. She's long back since then. But she was going through and she's over the ocean and she's like, yeah, we're flying through a lightning storm right now. I'm like, oh, that's what I want to hear. She's not even
like in the air
over the ocean. So if like something goes bad, it's like, well, it was nice knowing you because there's no coming back from that. Well, unless you land on a mysterious island that is disappointing at the end.
Terrorists have taken over the plane, and they seem like they're all right. And there's also a lightning storm. A lightning storm?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Well, anything that's happening over the ocean is particularly bad. Oh no, fuck. Save him. Save him because I love him. He's my favorite part of this movie.
That was me. Oh, there's Andy Richter.
Yes. It's probably the only time they get clean.
I don't know what he said.
Oh, God.
It's like this.
Well, at the
What
very
a
least, with
fucking
that guy gone, he could just totally throw him under the bus.
Yes.
He can say, "I don't know, like I felt everything going crazy."
and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yar har 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 har.
Oh crap!
no.
The mast just broke.
The mizzen mast?
Oh, they're fucked. They're fucked now.
Oh no.
Ain't going nowhere.
Well, it's probably an electric motor. Like it's.
Oh yeah, for real, right? This boat. Yeah, exactly.
He just puts the keys
Like
in.
I will just turn on the motor, I guess.
Yeah. You know what actually really surprises me? That there's no solar-powered electric motor boat.
Hell's bucket.
Yeah.
I always thought what would be cool on the Laker boats is to have a big metal sail.
Yeah.
Like a big huge like welded into the deck so you could really sail it for real, right? Like
Yeah. And when he says metal sail, it's just a sail that says Pantera.
Yes. Yes.
Metal. That sail's so metal, baby. Under no circumstances do you. These guys are going to tear you apart. You don't.
yeah.
You don't admit to anything. Deny. 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 You are Shaggy for the rest of this movie. It wasn't me.
What a
Wasn't
motley
me.
crew.
Yes. That would have been an interesting little. That would have been a funny little joke. He's like, "Isn't this a motley crew?" And you go over and it's Motley Crue.
And he doesn't take that boat.
Yeah.
No, he takes this one.
I wouldn't either because those guys probably all have Hep C. But
Guaranteed it's in the book.
yes.
See, like these shots, I like these.
Yeah, it's fun. Stylistically, the
Yeah,
movie's
like
a lot
totally
of fun.
cool.
It's one of those things. It's like I think that concept it was lost on a lot of people, and they're like, "This movie is just a cheap movie."
shitty.
The fact
yeah.
and the argument too is like this was an expensive movie for the time, like a $10 million movie in the early '90s. That wasn't like like Braveheart or something like that. Like that's an expensive movie for a comedy. Like Jesus, man, one of the Murray brothers. It's my greatest joy is that I got to talk to a Murray brother. I was just like, and you know, I kind of
Was that Dueling Decades or one of those?
yeah, it was Dueling
That's
Decades.
fucking awesome. Was it Bill Murray's bro?
Yeah.
How many of them are there?
I think there's 4 brothers, but 3 of them are actors.
Right.
So,
You spoke to the non-actor, but still
yes,
cool.
no, I spoke to the actor, but the one who's like on sitcoms.
They must have used to call Bill. Call Bill and let's talk to him.
Yeah. Well, we almost did that with Kane Hodder. We had Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp, and she did a movie with him, and now she's doing a podcast with him. And then
that's right. Yeah.
And then we were talking about it, and then she was like, "Oh, let me see if I can get him on the phone," and we all just froze. We were just.
And he didn't pick up that.
And no, he didn't pick up. He was like, "Oh, he's not. I guess he's not home or whatever." And I was just like, "Oh." You're still
It's not even
cool,
a
though.
cell phone. It's like a landline phone.
Well, I was kind of hoping it although I'm glad my ego probably wouldn't have been able to take it because I was kind of hoping that I was going to get to go to Frightmare.
Right.
As
Be
a
like
press.
his guest of honor.
No, as a press guy because Felissa Rose is going to be there. And I was going to be like, "Hey, remember we did Dueling Decades together?" And then she'd be like, "I don't know what you're talking
She'd be
about."
like, who? Get him away from my table.
I don't-
And you
other
still
people-
owe me the $40.
Other people remember me. Andrew Cassess remembered me.
And since you whipped your cock out in the interview.
Yeah, make yourself memorable. We all showed her, and that's why we all showed our penis to Felissa Rose too, because she's famous for having a penis in that movie.
That's right.
So when we said ours also look weird and fake. No, the eye has to go too though. She did that on camera for us, and we died. This is before it was a video podcast,
Right.
And I was like, we've wasted our entire lives not making this. Like, I think that was actually the impetus for us to move forward and make a video.
Fucking right.
I'm in the near future. This Breakfast at Tiffany's poster behind us for people who can see it on the YouTube version. It's going to be I'm putting my Star Wars one up finally.
Ooh. We like the classics though.
Yeah, I like the classic, and this one's
He's
huge.
learning how to be a sailor man.
And this one's huge too, right? I like that it's a gigantic poster, but I want to make the whole wall Star Wars.
He has to bathe them.
Yes. Well, he's
the
teaching
cabin boy.
He's teaching them to be they're teaching each other how to be people. That's not something you fix.
He did it.
I want to have a pipe. I don't want to smoke anything. Oh, gross. he's dressed like a referee and licking. Oh, I'm not happy about any
He's
of
gonna
that.
lick the deck clean. Go figure.
If anything, I would have just had them use his beard, where like they put his face in and then they just like use his face to scrub it or something. Nice.
Cars.
Yeah. That would
2 miles worth.
not for nothing. I think that would be fun.
I agree. I've always wanted to get like 2 behind the boat.
But like, but just could you imagine though, like being on that thing and being so far away that you couldn't see the boat anymore, and you're just isolated on this thing, but you have the safety of being tethered to the boat still?
Oh yeah, I'm sure that would be great.
I don't want to do it for a long
2
time.
miles.
I don't want to do it for a long time, but I think like some kind of short-term thing would be interesting. I don't think they've got 2 miles worth of rope, but that's neither here nor there. He looks. It's so funny
What's funny,
because
like as if he couldn't pull it in himself,
yes,
right? Like you couldn't.
he probably could. Well, he couldn't handle rope.
Oh,
Do you know what would happen to my hands if I handled rope for like 5 minutes? My hands would look like swole up, like I was allergic to shellfish.
Oh, he's losing it. He's losing it.
Yeah, the cupcake scene's coming. Oh, this is where he gets fucked up by the sun, isn't it? What is that brown?
Fuck.
There's a jug of
That's
brownie.
his,
is
what
mine.
they scooped out of the thing that's there. It's a meal all in one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. Must mean moisturizer.
Yeah. I do. See, this is the kind of, like, I like a stupid character in a movie or TV show, but I hate this level of stupid.
Yeah, it's just like so dumb.
Where it's like...
It literally says cooking oil, and you're so dumb you're gonna be like, no, actually it means moisturizer.
Yeah. Well, it's like they were talking about like Homer Simpson. There's a limit to how stupid you could make Homer. He could like, be the dumbest person, but he can't like forget his own name.
Right.
Stupid, you know? Like, and then like that's what he just did there. You know, I feel like this scene is a
Look at this,
result.
like, oh my god.
I feel like this scene is a result of him being really annoying, and everybody's like, I really need a break from him, and they're like, okay, we'll just make a big long scene where we just isolate him for a while, and you guys can have a couple days off to chill, and like, ugh, 2 girls, 1 cup.
What is this litter, bud?
Yeah, that's the middle of the ocean. That's not littering.
Salt water.
Yeah, you have to be able to see the bottom of the ocean for that
Easier
to
than
count
salt
as
water,
littering.
eh? Fucking
Oh
right.
God.
Oh, that's good for you. It's real good for you. This is like, did they feel like this was gonna catapult his career?
I don't.
Like, this is not like watching Jim Carrey in a raft or something. You know what I mean? This is like eventually Jim Carrey's gonna do something cool.
Well, but here's what's interesting is, could you imagine Jim Carrey doing this? I'm out in the sun without food and water.
Yeah,
he
like,
would be hilarious.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But I think the biggest problem is that, like, because all these SNL guys and stuff, they all have this opportunity to make a movie in their voice, right? Like Farley got to do it, and like all these other people kind of got to do it. And
who the fuck was that supposed to be?
that was Andy Richter.
Oh,
That was like he's
oh, he's dead. He died.
Yeah. And then he here's the cupcake. So this is 100%. This was designed by Tim Burton. I gotta put this up.
It spits tobacco.
One that spits tobacco.
Like, what is the point of any of that? He's a cute kid. But yeah, so he's made a movie essentially in his voice. And he's like, this is going to be creative. It's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy. And then this is basically this movie is an outright rejection of him as a person. It's like Rob Schneider's another good example of that. Like the movie, except he got a lot more chances.
Yeah, like come on, Deuce Bigelow was awesome.
Deuce Bigelow was awesome, but the hot chick wasn't.
Nah.
Like there was a lot, and the Deuce Bigelow European gigolo wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, it's like he got one good one. But his thing, the reason he got more chances is because he made more movies where he was the funny SNL characters. No matter how good they are as like leads, are always way better as supporting guys.
Yeah.
Like think about like Amy Poehler showing up in like Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny as like the waitress with the black eye. Kristen Wiig showing up in all like things as a smaller role. Like Will Ferrell in the early days. He was in fucking Austin Powers.
Yes, he was
like,
good too.
Yeah, right. And like those guys. So that guy, I can't remember his name off the top of. Can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he was one of the Jets in West Side Story, the original West Side Story. So now he has been a shark and a jet.
Ooh.
When you're a shark, you're a shark. When you're a jet, you're a jet.
Maybe that's why they did that.
Probably. See, at that point, you got to respect him at that point, right? Okay, we've basically done the worst thing we could do.
Look at all the rope from him pulling it in.
That's funny. Oh God. Ooh, I just got a good chill.
So he just walked over your grave.
We're finally at the time. We're finally at the time of the year where we're not sweating to death when recording.
I know, right?
Isn't that nice?
It's fucking right.
Oh. Oh, Sharky. It's pretty good. I feel like they just gave him insert lines just to hear him. They're like, we haven't heard you talk in a while. Say something. Oh. Sharky. Yeah. I like that. I like that this hasn't been something that's been discussed amongst these guys before. Like any other, any other Sailor's Tale, Pirate's Tale, everybody like this is a well discussed.
They've never heard of him before.
Yeah, but these guys have essentially kept a secret. It's like they've had. Oh, hell's bucket. This guy's great. He should have been the star of Bad Santa. He is flighty. Oh. I do like the idea too that they have a lot of character traits about this myth.
Yeah, like this.
He's
quite flighty. Yeah. Loner. Sticks to himself mainly.
Yeah. You know what I hear? Very gregarious.
Yeah. Oh, there she is.
Oh, she's got a beard. That means things are weird. The filthy whore. See, it's things like that. It's lines like that where I'm just like, oh, like it's. Just
I know
grating.
it's the cringe-worthy.
This movie's not aging well.
Oh, it is not aging well at all.
It's only I want to see a movie with these guys. This would be a funny movie. Oh yeah, that was indeed coffee. So there's going to be like a 4-minute long just fart scene.
Farting, exactly, yeah.
You see what I mean? Like this is like their Three Stooges kind of moment. What the hell? Are they fish sticks? Oh, okay.
Yeah, fish stick kitties.
There we go. Yeah, I remember that. There's nothing like fish sticks on a place where you're in the ocean. Like they're not fishing for food.
What is this movie even about? Like, what the fuck? Like, what? What the fuck?
I mean, the movie, the whole point of the movie is the premise. There's no journey. Like
what?
If you let's think about the Odyssey for a minute.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, like, we think about the Odyssey for a minute. There's a what's it called? The premise is, okay, the war's over, he has to get home. Then there's a bunch of incidents on the way home. This is, he's finished school, he has to go home, and then it's just
he's trying to get home.
He's trying to get home.
There you go.
That's the whole thing. But then there's nothing that really occurs beyond that. It's just like, it was just Adam Resnick and Chris Elliott smoked pot. And then thought, and then just came up with a bunch of ideas and got the first 4 actors who would take money to do it.
Yeah.
Good God.
Bless you. Where's he getting all this beer from? It's like the only thing they have in the hold is fucking beer.
Yeah, you would think that they, just from sheer weight, like purposes, they probably would have sunk the boat with the amount of alcohol. But they both. It's funny because like the premise of this is well built. It's just that they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, like
it was just like
it seems like they just made it up the day of.
And what kills me is the movie's an hour and 20 minutes. Apparently, when I was reading the information about it, the Fancy Lad School was a much longer bit. But they're like, no, we just want to get right to the thing. So they cut a ton out of him at Fancy Lad School. I'm like, dude, you didn't even make 90 minutes and you're cutting for time?
Yeah.
Like, God.
I think he's starting to grow on him, this cabin boy.
I want to be in a crow's nest. Just once.
It's freaky.
Is it freaky?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
It's like way up there.
Yeah. Does it feel like unsteady?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like move. You're like, holy fuck, like.
Yeah. Oh, imagine it was one of those like Cirque du Soleil things that like legit just bends both ways.
If you fall asleep and you'll slap the water.
Yeah. Nice. I can't remember.
It's probably a seal.
I can't remember.
It's like when they were always sailors are jumping off to like have that. Yeah, that's what's her name. She's in the.
I gotta see her with her eyes open. Yeah, well, you do it then. Oh, yeah, I remember this now. I hate her voice, but let's not worry about that too much. Oh, also, I meant to mention, too, the voice of the cupcake was Jim Cummings, the voice of Winnie the Pooh.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, what is she? I gotta find her. Melora Walters. There's her name. She was in Boogie Nights, Magnolia.
Magnolia.
Look at the movies.
There you go, Magnolia.
Yeah, but like those are the Butterfly Effect. Like that's a lot of stuff. Ooh, she's in a Kiefer Sutherland movie called Desert Saints, where she's an above the title star of that
hell
movie.
Yeah,
so
she is.
That's great. Wow, she's lucky she made it out of this.
She's usually swim through hell's bucket.
Yeah. Usually girls, like, they're the ones who get punished the most for bad movies. And she seems to be the one.
It's your fault this Chris Elliott movie was terrible, even though you're only in it for 5 minutes and Chris Elliott's in it the whole thing.
Yes.
Could never be a man's fault.
And the story was his concept, and it was co-written by him, and it was co-produced by him. What if this got really dark and they were all like, let's rape her? Like,
it's a real C movie.
Which legitimately could have been the way this went. Also, it's...
yeah, because these guys are really, really kicking ass out there.
Yeah. Also, it's bad luck to have a woman aboard his ship.
Oh my God, that's like all my boat is a woman.
No.
What? Whatever.
Yeah. I would like that. Like I said this today, the best part of waking up is your toes in my butt.
Good toe job.
And I will never give any of you the
if you suck toes, it's a shrimp job. But if you put your toe up your butt, it was like cork in the bottle.
Yeah, that could be good. I would call it stopping up Old Faithful. But every time I see him, like that shirt looks like he's not wearing a shirt. It looks like he's just got suspenders. Yeah, just suspenders over a filthy human.
Uh-oh. They're scheming. I don't like these guys.
I kind of love them at the same time, though. I would have liked her to have ended up with him instead of Chris Elliott. Like, you think, oh, she's going to end up with the lead. And it's like, no, it's...
That old piano still works. This was in the preview of the movie.
Yes, it was. It was all the... It was basically anything that wasn't him speaking was in the preview. This would be 100% be me. This is 100% me on a boat. Entertain me. Either that, I would probably be wearing a large dress. And that's a line where they should have been embarrassed when they wrote it. She should have been embarrassed when she said it.
Chris Elliott doesn't seem to be embarrassed about any goddamn thing he says in this movie, so why should she?
Fair enough. I'm almost wondering if like there was just a lot of faith. Like, this is an SNL guy. This is going to be his big break. Like, it's like if we all buy into it, then we can like kind of ride.
From the studio that brought you gets packed.
That's the thing too. Like, poor Julius.
Stewart saves his family.
Like poor those guys, right? Like Julius Sweeney. Just no chance. No chance after that movie came out.
Oh,
Stewart
saves his family. No.
Stewart saves his family. He becomes a disgraced politician.
Stewart again.
I'm
good enough. I'm smart enough.
Yeah. Like
Gosh,
Al Franken. Al Franken.
Al Franken. There you go. Yeah.
Chucky. Yeah. Like, again, like what, like that was technically exposition. Must have sensed that we are debasing the kid. That now he's pissed. Ugh, I'm not happy. Todd, I'm not happy at all. We should have did Guffman. The fuck? Which is ironic because Guffman also included Brian Doyle Murray.
That's funny.
I like that, like, Chris Elliott shouldn't be, like, okay with this.
He's doing some good underwater acting, though. Oh, my God.
That was that was, like, Jaws 3 level, like, effects. He's tried 10 million times already? He's really sensitive to sexual harassment, considering he asked for a spanking from the girl.
Yeah. He's all right with it. He's just pretending.
Yeah.
They've been out at sea too long.
It's so funny because I see all these kind of like harsh condition things, like, for example, like all the bunks in together. That's not even harsh conditions. That's just kind of tight conditions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm so not a man that I could not deal with any of this.
I'm in a room with like not four, but it's 2 people to a room and then 4 people sharing a bathroom.
Yeah. No, I can't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I barely liked living at home. Like, my ideal thing would be me getting COVID and then having to isolate off so I have that bedroom and bathroom to myself completely. And then I'll build a little kitchen to the side with like just a little hot plate and a toaster oven. And then I'll just live my whole life as a bachelor in there. And I'll just tell them 10 years later, sorry, still got COVID. I don't know what to tell you. It's really, I think it's getting better. You can ask me tomorrow. Meanwhile, I'm streaming and I'm podcasting from the room. And
well, fuck yeah. I feel like this movie, they literally took the Pee Wee Herman movie and changed it to being on water starring him. This is the part where he runs into the girl at the dinosaur place.
Oh, it totally is.
Like, it's like the same fucking, totally like, only there's no plot and nothing's fucking like, nothing's really happening.
Yeah. It's missing the imagination of like, Paul Rubens. Just don't go near her. Like, I'm just literally, I'm fearful for this woman. I'm just, get away from her. Leave her alone. I hate him. I hate everybody. How much, like, legitimately. All right.
It's almost done.
We got a half hour left of this movie.
It's almost done.
I hope it's a 20-minute, like, credits.
Yeah, sure it is, yeah.
Oh, movie's over.
Still have the big businessman to show up.
Yeah. Oh, I was supposed to pick up pizza for the kids. I forgot.
What the fuck, dude? Yeah. For your kids to have their 2:00 in the morning pizza?
Yeah. No, I went, well, because with COVID and that, they don't have their pizza days at school. So I've been going and picking up a pizza, and then they bring pizza with them for lunch on that one day a week. It was the best I could do.
Just tell them there's no pizza day. Enjoy your tuna sandwich.
Yeah. Well, that's what's going to have to happen. I'll do it tomorrow.
Spend too much money on pizza, kids. Tuna salad. Egg salad, tuna salad. Take your pick.
You're going to split a Lunchable.
Ooh. I'd rather split a Lunchable than a tuna goddamn sandwich.
Yeah. What the? That is like very interesting. I'm cold acting from James Gannon. Like they can't even see, like they haven't even dealt with effects to the point where they can see their own breath.
I know, that's. I was
like
literally just thinking that. Like, you can't see their breath, or like.
Literally, they're like, how are we supposed to like say they're cold? You're gonna see icebergs, and we're all gonna do this, and that should cover it. It's like nobody's even shivering.
They have no coats. Like, they're not. Yeah.
Well, I don't think you would. Why would you pass on that?
He's gay.
Yeah, I guess so. But then, even then, it's like an ass is an ass, isn't it? I don't know.
He knows that the other guy's asked that he has been kissing that guy there, he'll be jealous.
Ah, I got it. That's fine.
What is their system when he runs it? Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. My... See, to me, like, I'm right now, I'm picking out...
Oh, shit.
I'm picking out individual lines like that, not a promising development and stuff like that. I'm like, who writes that line? Oh, I hope it is a friend.
Oh, here we go. Oh my lord.
I hope he's a friend though. A what?
A walking popsicle.
Oh, okay. I like. How does he feel about this movie? Like, do you think, like, does he look at this and go, "Man, I nailed it"? Like, I might walk out on this, and this is my home.
The light something on fire.
So this is the kind of their Jason and the Argonauts moment.
Yes, exactly.
What? They don't have ship to shore on this boat.
I know, he's lying. I think he's lying.
Unless the microwave does it.
I think something's cooking all of a sudden.
Just throw some hot coffee on it.
He just tried to stomp his toes.
I'm smelling something good coming from
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's cooking something.
Yeah, someone's cooking something good. What a thing it must be, like, because this guy knows his place in Hollywood, right? Like, he's like, I look like this, I'm not a leading man. He's like,
He's just poking him.
Yeah. Well, because it's weird because he's squishy and stuff. He doesn't understand that. Uh-oh.
There you go. Hot coffee.
See, that's what I told him he needed to do. I fixed it. Ooh.
They said your name in the movie.
I am famous.
He didn't even seem like he was really, like, causing that big of a problem.
Yeah, yeah. He was like a low-level bully.
Yeah, he was just like...
Yeah. Then they're wasting all the coffee, too, so they're going to be very tired as a result. Ice Cube. Like, the only explanation for him acting the way he's acting is that this is legit. Where,
this is legit.
Like, he legit.
They are on a boat. They are.
Yeah, no, but he went legit crazy, like in real life, and his family, just to get one last paycheck out of him, they're like, "Oh, we'll put him in cabin boy. Nobody will know the difference."
The filthy whore.
I love it.
Oh, there it is. We have a name for ourselves now. The guys on the dock are the dock dorks.
Yeah.
There's the bow bitches, and
Nice.
I am one of two stern sluts.
Nice. Nice. Don't let them stern slut shame you, though.
Oh, no. Come on, no. There'll be none of that.
Yeah. But make sure you
Oh
make
my
fun
God,
of
they're
those
actually
dock
on
dorks.
land.
Yeah. One of them should have made love to the land. That's comedy. Because they always kiss the land. Oh. Yeah.
Oh, they are other fishing.
There we go. Yeah, I like.
Have they even put the net out? Like,
Yeah. Well, and then even more. So he's supposed to be getting passage to a place right now, but they're going fishing. So when you go fishing, you return to the dock whence you came.
That is correct. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's a fancy lad.
That's true.
He doesn't know the way the world works or its various islands or monsters or...
You know what I like, though? That his little messenger bag there is just a thing now. Like, that is like a legit...
Oh, yeah. It's a European carry-out, but
Yeah.
that looks like a laptop could fit in there, no problem.
Yep, I'd carry one of those easy.
The official Cabin Boy laptop holder. It's going to come out with the anniversary edition of Cabin Boy with 1 extra minute of Chris Elliott being a fucking idiot.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if... the movie wouldn't, but if you got a bag like that and you opened it up and it had embroidered on the inside Cabin Boy, so from the outside it's not a licensed thing, but the inside you're like, really, this is a Cabin Boy bag?
Oh, I got this really killer Mario box, and it has like all types of shit, like a bunch of pins.
Oh yeah, one of the mystery box things.
Or no, I don't know what it is, but I got like a bullet bill pillow, like a Mario hat.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of cool shit in there.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh, I forgot about this.
And then her husband comes home.
I forgot about all of this. This is amazing.
This movie is almost over. So like, what the fuck is the ending gonna be? I'm home. The end.
He doesn't even finish the sentence. So like, oh God, go. You can hear Tim Burton in the background going, finish it.
They've been trying to kill him the whole time.
Oh, I didn't tell you. I was going for a walk on the weekend at work, and they've got an antiques market by St. Lawrence. And I was like, oh, I'll go walk through there, see what it's looking like. And they had like all the old pipes and stuff, and they had really old cameras, and they had like old.
Where's this?
It was an antiques market right next to St. Lawrence Market.
Okay, got it, yep.
And so all this cool stuff, and I'm looking at these old cameras, and I'm looking at all this like really cool stuff. They had like non-functioning guns, and they had like so much cool stuff to look at. Then on the outsides there were just like lamps, whatever. But I mean, to each their own. But then as I was leaving, there was just this big thing of books and stuff like that, and I was like, oh,
You found the Necronomicon.
No.
Oh.
I found a guy who was like an archaeologist searching these things for old Playboys. He had a stack of old Playboys that were like from like the 70s and stuff like that. That's all he was doing, and I just looked at him like, have you not heard of the internet, dude?
Dude, they're worth money, these things. He's probably a collector.
Yeah, maybe.
There she is. It's probably Catherine O'Hara or something. The upper left arm is Catherine O'Hara's arm.
Yes. No, that's also Letterman.
I like how she'll just like bang anybody that walks into the place.
Yeah, well, that's part of the charm of islands, right? Did I say that right?
Yep. Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm. She kind of reminds me of the girl from Beetlejuice.
Exactly, the girl who slit her wrists.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if they are on different arms or if they're just like prosthetics that are just like on strings.
I think they're different arms.
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like they're all like...
No, maybe not.
Oh.
The bottom one there is fake.
Yeah.
It's just like stuck like this, right? Like.
Oh, so it's probably just prop guys going like this.
Yeah.
Who is that? That does look like somebody. We're going back in. Ooh, I do like a good riddle. Hi, daughters.
At least he's got this old record player going. There's like a suitcase record player.
Oh, yeah. I do like some peppermint. Does that count? All right, let's see if I can find this lady. Oh, there we go. It's Anne Magnuson is the girl's name, and she's in tons of shit. She's in Panic Room, Clear and Present Danger, Small Soldiers. She's in Star Trek Picard currently. She was in Titans. She's in all sorts of shit. What? I never understood that. What was the point when you have the smaller albums? Why do they make it a bigger hole?
What?
Well, because they when you have the smaller singles and stuff, they have the bigger hole. Why don't they just all universally use that same little hole?
I don't know. Ooh.
Nice. They're just hugging. I love this part. I think that was from the promo as well. That's the only.
That he was a plumber or something when I was like, huh.
Yeah, is this Super Mario Brothers? I'm also really weirded out by how much people are freaking out over the casting of the Super Mario Brothers animated movie.
Yeah, what's the problem? They're not Italian.
That was it. Well,
What the hell?
But it's like, they're like, Jack Black is Bowser. What's that going to be like? I'm like, it's an animated movie. They're going to do voices. So it'll be like that.
People are so dumb.
And it's like, and then they're like, well, and they're like, Chris Pratt's not going to sound anything like, and I'm like, do you really want Mario to be, it's me, Mario?
Yeah, he's supposed to be talking, yeah.
Yeah, the whole time.
It's a freaking movie.
Wah, wah. Like, I'm like, no, you want somebody who can actually deliver a line.
I'm sure it will be humorously explained in the damn movie.
Yes. Yeah, I'm part Italian. If you could get away with John Leguizamo being Luigi, you can get away with literally anything else.
So what? They're like, he needed to know how to love a woman before he could get with her?
Yes. It's one of those, it's like that catch-22 of work where it's like you can't get a job without the experience, but you can't get experience without the job.
Look.
It's our man here. He's been in a lot of our movies. He's in The Last Dragon. He's in
Dumb and Dumber?
Dumb and Dumber was what I was just about to... Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
The Office?
Yeah, he's great in The Office. Stop rubbing your feet on me. What the fuck? Did she just wrap all of her arms around his penis? Like, is that how... That would be... I love that he's an office man. I love scale things. That's something I realized about myself when I was watching all the Lord of the Rings things, where you see like somebody has a Hobbit pick up like this thing and it's really big in their hands, and then they hand it to like the guy and then he's holding it in one hand. I'm like, this is the best. I want to remake this and he's a total cuckold and he loves to watch.
Cabin boy.
Good God. Yeah.
True that.
Yeah. No wife. That's such a weird old school thing. Don't get me wrong. I would love to be able to take care of my family in a way where they wouldn't need to work. Yeah. I would love to be able to take care of my family in a way that they didn't need to work. But at the same time, it's like if my wife wanted to, for the sake of her own sanity, get out of the house and go do something.
That's impossible nowadays. That's a wonderful sentiment, but that is like not even possible nowadays.
Oh, absolutely.
Have to work.
But like I even said, we even said, like, if we ever won a lottery or something like that, we would be doing things to occupy our time. She's like, I'd love to be on a board of a charity or something like that. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. I was like, I would still like to be building businesses. And like, I've got a bunch of ideas for things I'd want to do. Like,
fuck that. It's party time. Oh shit.
It was really just an excuse for me to make the places that I wanted, that like I would have liked to have gone to myself, you know, like that retro movie theater I want to make. No.
She was really good in Magnolia.
Yeah, she was.
She was the one who was in love with John C. Reilly. He was the cop.
Yes.
And she was all fucked up on drugs.
Yeah. She's just as good in this. I'm so grossed out by every line of this movie. See, he's like a totally, like, it's funny that he's just this totally different dude now.
Like, because he got laid.
Yeah.
It's not a little dorko anymore.
No doubt.
It's clearly a giant businessman.
Yeah. He's a big guy.
What the fuck, like?
Just the concept, I just want to, I want to be there.
Look like they're just gonna ram him.
If I could go back in time, I'm gonna go to this movie and I'm gonna have listen as the director explains the scenes. Oh. Well, he saw the picture of the guy who did it. He knows it's none of them.
He doesn't give a fuck. He's pissed off.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh my god!
I remember this now. Oh my god. I'm leaving. Bye. See ya.
I'm going for it again, bud. I'm starting the 24-hour fest. 24 hours of cabin boy.
I'm back here.
I'm back.
I'm done.
He's climbing him. Oh, he's stabbing him with a pen.
I can still see it.
Oh, look.
Oh, that looked like a penis. I don't need any of this.
It's not going to work very well in the water to sit on it, but whatever. I understand the concept. He's a giant.
Yeah.
Who is like... She's like Taxi Cab Confessions.
I miss Taxi Cab.
Yeah. What are you doing back there?
Yeah.
Look at this big giant hand.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. That's actually a good-looking hand, all things considered. Oh,
I love how he's like not really that he's mad at his wife, but he's gonna kill the guy.
Yeah. I also
and
like
keep his wife.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, love's weird, but Ray just, I do like that he keeps those on him.
Oh.
Shocky.
This movie is amazing.
I guess he's got to. Oh my god! I just want to die. What's he gonna do?
Taking off his giant belt buckle. He's got a plan.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that plan is.
Come on, Chucky.
Okay, so we have an important decision to make at the end of
He's
this.
climbing him.
Which was the most painful, this or Super Mario Brothers?
I don't know, man. They're pretty fucking close.
That's really
Wow.
close.
I didn't think anything could be as close as Super Mario Brothers, but wow, this is
Chris Elliott.
too close for... I'm sure he has the weight to choke him out.
It's all about leverage. It's got nothing to do with weight. There we go. Nice. It would have been nice if he was just working his downstairs and they were just David Carradining him.
Who's going to take care of that lady now?
What? She'll take care of sailors as they come across. Doesn't feel like she needs a lot of anything. God almighty. I don't even think, if we just showed this movie on YouTube, I don't even think we'd get in trouble.
All heart.
How did they get this guy? Like, he's a guy who's done a lot in his life. Like, he's been in like movies going back to the 50s
Jim's
and
luggage.
stuff like that. That poor
It only
woman.
take him
That
saving
poor
their
woman.
lives from a giant after they've tried to murder him for them to win the trust.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh my god. That was like the ending of like a Donkey Kong game. Where they're
sounds
all
like-
like playing again.
This sounds like it was about to be like a Randy Newman song. And again, we're back into...
Oh, they made it to Hawaii.
Yeah. I'm not really keen on Hawaii because I feel like I'm gonna get beat up by locals.
No, they're totally nice there. The only thing you gotta watch over is Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, because I remember I saw this one video one time. There were some people, they were just having a picnic out somewhere. Like, it was just picnic tables and they're sitting there. Some drunk Hawaiian dude comes up. He's like, "White people, you get the fuck off my island." And I'm like, oh no.
Oh, it happens everywhere I go.
Yeah. I went to
I
Sweden.
like their
and that
floral shirts.
Yes. I do like a good floral shirt. Like, are his parents not looking for him?
No, they don't give a fuck. Of course they're not. He's an idiot. They're like, fuck this kid.
Yeah, they sent him to that school hoping he'd die there somehow. See, this is what I've been telling you the whole time. I should be proud of my being a fancy lad. Mm-hmm. And you're like, you take your dainty fingers. I don't even have dainty fingers anymore.
Dainty fingers.
Yeah. I'm
always making fun of you about your brown sugar dainty fingers.
Yeah. I really badly burnt my thumb and forefinger. I made, see, this is how manly I am. I was making an apple crumble the other day, and when I got it up, my hand kind of slipped, and there was brown sugar melted on the top, like just caramel essentially, and it went around and fused on, and it was burning, and it hurt so bad, and I'm trying to wash it and get it off, and the whole time it's still underneath, just burning me. Had the biggest blister. What
a terror story. Like, oh my God.
No, but like legit, like, you know when like a burn hurt, like it's just it burns, and it's like,
yep.
But I was trying to go to bed. And I was like, I can't.
Why are you making brown sugar so close to bed?
Well, because I was getting ready for nights, and I promised I would have it done before I woke up. It just took longer than I expected, but it was a good apple crumble for what it's worth. You can only taste my skin in it a little bit. What's going on? That's good. So dump him immediately. He is a human red flag.
Well, now that it's like we're on land and there's way more other men, like, see ya.
Yeah.
Of course, about those guys, he was the #1 choice, but now they're in.
Yeah. I disagree. I think Brian James, he's got a bod on.
Who, the shark guy?
No, the rat face, the Fifth Element guy. Good job. I do like that he. Yeah, get out of here, you fucking loser.
It's one for you, bud.
Uh-huh. Now, I shudder to think that they actually shot this on location. Like, did they shoot this in Hawaii? That would really bum me out if they actually got budget to go to Hawaii for this movie for a scene. I need to know that that's literally just on, like, the friggin' LA promenade with just, like, some floral shirts and just a bunch of Japanese people that they grabbed. And they're like, you look Hawaiian, get in here. Oh. This is John Adams. Or not John Adams, it's
Samuel Adams.
Yes. That's what I say when I don't shower for a really long time. He's like, I reek of the sea.
Men.
Yes.
Back to sea.
It would make just as much sense if he just jumped into that painting on that boat in the painting, and the painting floated away.
Like the boat in the painting.
Yes. It just turned around and went. And for some reason, Shaki was there. Why was there like a fancy lad society in Hawaii as well?
They're everywhere.
Yeah, it's a chain. I don't think that she had any intentions. Huh? Why? She seemed pretty convinced that she didn't want to do any of this.
What the fuck? What a film. What an hour and 20 minute extravaganza.
Now, I know I didn't talk a lot in this one, guys. Mostly, this is mostly
I'm just
facial
in awe
reaction.
of like how amazing this film is.
My recommendation to the people who digest this via audio
We're swimming back.
would be to just watch the YouTube and understand everything you need to know about this movie just by watching us react to it and live our lives. I literally could not be less happy right now. Yeah,
Forget the credits.
It's done. Okay,
Forget it.
We're done. I'm stopping. I don't even want to know who the best
And
boy
pressing
was.
stop now.
Okay, that is it for this episode. Because holy fuck, guys, holy fuck! Like,
I don't think I'll ever be the same.
I'm getting out of here. There we go. Let's talk. We're gonna bring this around. We need to talk about something. For the love of God, I'm gonna walk around the room while I say this. I'd like to apologize. I apologize to you because first off,
You suggested it.
this was my suggestion, and so I gave multiple.
You know the movie's bad when Ready to Rumble is clearly the better choice.
Ready to Rumble got brought up, and even though I was definitely going to do it, but I was judging it a little bit. I was judging the choice a little bit. I'm like really Ready to Rumble, but I was like, I don't. We get into stretches where I have to do certain ones, and then so we go a little while, and then I realize that I haven't let you in on the choice for a little while, and I feel bad.
Fuck.
No, I know, but I feel bad about that. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to make sure you
feel
choose.
bad about that?
And then I couldn't deliver the one that you did choose this time, and now we're here. This is where we are, guys. Okay, I'm taking this break. Okay, now let's talk about this. Don't pull the chair. There we go. So,
Rap with me.
I'm hurting so bad right now.
I think I'm bleeding on the inside.
And good God, and it's not everybody. So
I don't think I'll ever be the same.
Russ Tamblyn, who played Chalky, there, by the way. So we got that. And Mike Starr was the guy who was the giant, and that was great as well.
It ended as abruptly as it started. What a tale. What a tale of sea.
You have to quit your job.
I think I've taken shits out and see that were more interesting than that movie.
Yeah.
This is why David Letterman was never in another movie.
Yes.
Ever.
Well,
He's
because
like, is this what movies are? He's like, oh, forget it.
he's like, I'm going to move on to just introducing one celebrity
Yeah.
with a similar name to a different celebrity with the other similar name.
Yeah.
For example, Uma and Oprah.
Uma, Oprah, Uma. I'm taking him off too. Fuck, let's get out of here.
Yeah, we're going to
I
stop
got Mary
this.
Brown's deed.
Okay. If you haven't killed yourself, then make sure you hit the like and subscribe and rate and
I think you
review
should
and
throw
all those
up
good
the
things.
suicide prevention line. I'm going to cut myself line. I feel like putting on a clown mask, murdering my family, and then running around in the streets until somebody murders me line. Because if you're feeling any of these horrible things like we are, talk to somebody.
Talk to everybody.
You'll call like your therapist. You'll be like, yo, I want to talk to a cabin boy. And you'll just hear them on the other end of the line blow their fucking brains out.
We're done. I'm done with this. Go to miscastcommentary.com, email podcast at miscastcommentary.com. Twitter at miscastpodcast.
Might be the last episode.
I have to drive Todd home now. It is almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's a significant chance I'm going to drive us off the bridge on our way there.
I'm like, we don't even take the bridge. Why are we?
Yeah. This is going to be this is going to be an oops all bridges route home. So yeah, email us. But like I said, make sure you hit the like and subscribe and all those kind of things, because hopefully our pain at the very least was entertaining to you. Next week we'll have another coming attractions episode, and then we're going to bring you the movie. We've got an interview that you're going to really enjoy, and then you're going to hear a better movie that we will enjoy talking about. I think. Who knows? After this one, who knows? Because I had fond memories of this. So, I'm going to just do like the Bowser.
What Bowser?
That's Sha-na-na.
Oh, like what the fuck? Like,
all right. I'm making every noise and I don't give a fuck. All right, guys, we will catch you next week.
Or maybe not. Who knows? However, the drive, we'll see.
Yeah. Now, here's the problem, though. If I'm late getting the episode out, say like
Oh, God.
comes up, everybody's going to assume we killed ourselves. Give us until at least Monday.
Yeah.
if we haven't seen an episode by Monday,
Call
we're
it
both
in.
dead.
Call it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call it in.
Or just Google.
Are they dead?
Yeah.
Two, like on the news, two wannabe pawn stars.
I do want to be a Pawn Star.
Yeah, two wannabe pawn stars die.
Chumley's lost more weight than I have so far.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
really upset
Going to
about
prison really does that to you.
that. Yeah. Well, maybe that's what I need to do. Is it because the exercise of like trying to avoid like
Being shanked.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think they're really like, hey, ice cream cart's coming around. Like, oh, twice around today. Awesome.
Yeah.
What a day.
It's like where you get to do that thing at Costco where they're doing the
Like the samples.
they're doing the samples and you come around a second time
Yeah.
and be like, oh, I haven't tried one of these before. Well, you still
This
have
is
one
your
of them
fourth
hanging out of your
time,
mouth.
buddy.
All right. End of episode, guys. I'm done. Have a great one. We'll see you next week.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.